Welcome back to the GMG Study Hall. We have a few more days to the big time GMG taking place at USC for a chance to win thousands of dollars and this giant trophy right here. Take a look at that. Okay? Who's going to be champion? It's going to be you. Alright? Gotta work hard. Hard work pays off. Learning equals earning. Teamwork makes the dream work. Everything speaks. I'm possible, so are you, and every setback is set up for a comeback, and proper preparation promotes peak performance. Always unleash your greatness. These are the things that we want to instill in every one of our students. Now, of course, it's not about just the chess money. It's not about just the trophy. This is a game that we love. That's why we play it. We come to this tournament to have fun. We do want to do our best. That's why we tell you to unleash your greatness. Take this opportunity to leave it all out there. Give it your all. It's not about necessarily winning or losing. Win, lose, no matter. That's what Mr. Miyagi said. Karate here. Karate here. Karate not here. Okay? Same thing with chess. Chess is here. Chess is here. Chess is not necessarily here. That said, whether you win it all, whether you lose it all, that's not really the point. But if you want to increase your skills, have the great experience, it's all about the M&Ms, moments and memories. So we want to build those moments, build those memories, and always challenge ourselves to get better and better. So that's what we want to do. We're going to hop into some studies, jumping right into it. We want to work on a couple of things that we might be able to utilize in the tournament. That's the whole point of these videos. You know, we want to bring in the aspects of how chess is going to help you with the English, math, and science. And today, actually, focus a little bit on the science part, simply meaning the intellectual and practical activity encompassing the study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation and experiment. So we're going to do some experiments on the chessboard, and we're going to observe our opponent. You know that all games of war and tactics, they deal with deception. We have to use a bit of deception in our ploys to win the game. So we don't want to put all our cards out on the table, but we do want to know some things about our opponent and what works against what our opponent might be showing us. What opening game strategy can work against a certain defense if certain defense is thrown at you, or vice versa. So those are the things we want to talk briefly about today. You've learned a lot about the 4-move checkmate. You learned a lot about the 4-knight opening. And I want to throw some things out there that might help you defend the 4-knight opening. Before I get to that, I mean, not necessarily defend the 4-knight opening, but attack the 4-knight opening. Before I get to that, though, I want to show you a quick opening game strategy. Just watch it, rewind it, study it, get your board out, or practice it. Because if you see this in a game, you can use it. Go back and check out the other videos, the 4-move checkmate, Scholar's Mate, how to defend the 4-move checkmate, and the classic mate. Start memorizing these things, practicing them, because if you see them in the tournament, these are things that you can pull out of your back pocket. That's what we want to have on deck. All right, so here we go. I call this the jumping jack knight's attack. Once again, how did I learn it? Somebody used it on me and beat me with it. You can learn a lot through losing. You know, seriously. You know, you just pick up these skills, put them in your back pocket, and you keep going. All right, so here's what I learned in losing effort. And I turned around and used it and won some games myself. Here's what's going to happen. I'm not even going to tell you who's going to win. Just watch and see. So we open up with the king's pawn. He moves up to e4. Chocolate responds. He sends out king pawn. Now remember, we're going to be using some tactics here, so you have to be really aware of what's going on. So here's what happens. The king tells Nightmare to come on out. He comes out 2 squares, 1 to the side. He immediately puts an attack on king pawn. Chocolate responds by bringing out their knight, which I think is a good move. Now, Vanilla brings out the bishop. You'll see a lot of opening games like this. The Italian game, this is a pretty powerful opening. All right? So what happens here was very interesting. Chocolate released the king's pawn. We're going to call him LeBron pawn. The LeBron pawn is going to come down 1 square. Now, this is where it gets pretty interesting. The Vanilla decides to bring out the knight, the nutty knight, and then Chocolate responds with the bishop. putting an attack on the nightmare. And if you are aware of the different tactics and strategies in chess, you will quickly be able to see that this is a pin. There are two types of pins that we usually talk about. Relative pin, absolute pin. Guess which type this is? We talked about this in the king rules a little bit. All right, this is actually a relative pin. Why? Because the knight can move. If it were a absolute pin, it would look something like this, with the king behind the knight, where the knight cannot move anywhere because it'll put the king in danger. But because the bishop is attacking the knight with the queen behind him, this knight can move, but if the knight moved, then we know what can happen. But the knight does move. He takes the pawn. Whoa. Mistake? Well, we're about to find out. Clearly, I think you know exactly what Chocolate's next move is. Yes, we could attack knight here, we could attack knight here, or we could take the bishop and capture the queen. Take a second, which one do you think you would do, and which is the best move? All right, here we go. Which one would you do? Probably said you'll take the queen, right? This is called a profitable exchange. That's for you, Dallin. A profitable exchange. She knows what the deal is with that. A profitable exchange is simply when you are taking a less valuable piece and you're exchanging it for a more valuable piece. So we know pawns are worth 1 point, knights, bishops are worth 3, depending on who you ask. Rook's about worth 5, queen's 9, the king of the whole game because the kings never come off the board. It can't be captured. So this is a profitable exchange. We have a 3-point bishop capturing a 9-point queen. And that bishop is sacrificing himself, knowing that he can be captured by the king here or by the knight. So it is a bit of a sacrifice. Now, what a great sacrifice it is. That's the move that they made. Now it's Vanella's turn. How does Vanella respond? What do you think is the best move? I want you to take a look. Pause the video if you have to. What is the best response here? Do we capture that bishop, which is a hanging piece? A hanging piece is an unprotected piece. Or do we do something else? I'll tell you exactly what happens. This is beautiful too. I love the way this unfolds. What Chocolate was not paying attention to is that the Vanilla now has a 2-fold attack on this f7 square. The f7 square being the weakest square on the board. We're going to send an attack on that square. We found a weakness. You should always look for the weakness in your opponent. Okay, so now we found our weakness. We have a 2-fold attack on this square. Only the king is protecting. Our knight's attacking. Our bishop is attacking. So we're going to throw this bishop at the square and put the king in check. Check is when the king is under attack and he can get out. Now the king is in danger and he must get out. So what is he going to do? Well, he cannot capture the bishop because the king can never move into danger. He never moves into danger. So he can't move into danger there. Yes, he can move straight down. No, he cannot move here. Why? Because the knight, the king, can never move into danger. So he has only one option, and that's to move down. It's all about putting that pressure on the king and pressure, and I'm sure your opponent will fold because you leave the king very little options, and that's what we want to do. So now I want you to try to figure out what the next best move is for Vanilla. They can actually win the game in one move. Do you see it? Here is the winning move. We're going to bring the knight to d5. This is a checkmate. Game over. Shake your opponent's hand. Tell them good game. It's a wrap, folks. We have now put the king in checkmate, which is when the king is under attack and he can't get out. So now the king is in danger. Let's see if he can get out. Can he run here? No, because Bobby the bishop. Can he run here? Absolutely not. The nightmare. Can he run down here? No, he cannot, because Bobby the bishop. Can he run diagonal? Absolutely not. That square is taken up by the dark knight. So this king is under attack and he can't get out. Is there anybody on the board that could capture this knight to get him out of danger? The answer is no. Game's over. It's a beautiful mate. I call it the jumping jack knights. I'm sure there's another name for it. But this is a beautiful thing. Take your time, master this, learn this, because you never know. You might see somebody open up the game like that, and this is how you can respond.
He moves two squares straight and one to the side. He's a rider on the horse who enjoys the ride. Some call him a steed, others call him a beast, cause he's a hopping mad cat who jumps over each piece. He's ready to make his move, and he's ready to fight. He's got that L-shaped groove, and his name is Nine. He hops two squares straight.